I now recognize the Minister for Health and Social Development and Territorial At Large Representative, Honorable Carvin Malone.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, like my legislative colleagues before me, I stand at this time in this hallowed House of Assembly by no strength of my own, but surely on the mercies of God. And to God I give the praise, I give the glory, and I give the honor. Allow me to congratulate you on your election as Speaker. Allow me also to congratulate my colleagues on both sides of the aisles on their victory on February 25th. At the close of the upcoming by-election, we will have to make space for one additional member, and might I dare say, on this side. All eyes will be focused squarely on you, Mr. Speaker, and by extension, on each of us. The power to make the difference is in our prayers and in our hearts. Mr. Speaker, I truly believe that I am the sum total of my forefathers, of events, of my contemporaries, and of my vision for my BVI. During the campaign of 2019, I evoked the names of Virgin Island leaders, heroes, and of historic events. I challenged many young people to participate in this electoral process. I am encouraged, and I must report that the votes of young adults spoke volume in this election, and never again could they, or in fact would they, be taken for granted. Mr. Speaker, with registration of some 14,900 persons, the Territory reported a 65% voters turnout, some 9,700 or thereabouts. Even at the risk of omission, it would be remiss of me if I do not or did not give recognition and extend words of thanks. Thanks to my wife, Bernice, and my daughter, Kirsten, and to my entire family circle, many of whom are present today. My sole regret is that my parents, Randolph and Ruth Malone, of blessed memory, are not alive to witness this moment. And in the words, my brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, they are in the crowd, and it is not the campaign season, but I would have said they're right over there. Thanks to the Congress, the executives, and members of the Virgin Islands Party, and the network of consultants. A special thanks to my mentor, the Honorable Ralph Tilford O'Neill, OBE and member emeritus, and to Reverend Idris O'Neill. And Mr. Speaker, they did not forget me. So I must extend words of appreciation to the 3,936 voters who demonstrated their full confidence in me and by extension, the Virgin Islands Party. The 1st and 9th districts were left to close out the night, and indeed, they closed it out and opened the doors of renewal and opportunities. Mr. Speaker, when all is said and done, we have a territory to build and a destiny to mold. Whether or not you voted for me or any member or members of the Virgin Islands Party, it will take each of us to complete the tasks that lie immediately ahead. But none of us can do this alone. Together, we will find something to smile about. As encouraged during the prayers and Thanksgiving service, if God is kept at the forefront, together with Premier Andrew A. Foy, we will make it. Everything, in fact, will be all right. As Minister of Health and Social Development, I have been entrusted with the social well-being of our territory. I am being made aware of the many opportunities and of the many challenges of each of the statutory bodies and departments attached to the ministry. In my review of the 20 years between 1999 and 2019, save for 2015, past members holding this post has never been re-elected in the elections that followed. Maybe, just maybe, it is coincidental, but it is a little known fact. My job, therefore, is to break this mold and turn this trend around. The Ministry of Health and Social Development is about people. Its mandate, in essence, is to look after the health, welfare, comfort, and the dignity of our people. It is about improving the quality of life of our citizens and, in particular, protection and empowerment of our most vulnerable. Mr. Speaker, I am convinced that the institutional, operational, and capital cost of unhealthy eating habits, lifestyles, and social choices are much more than the sum total of proper nutrition, sound primary care, and law-abiding behaviors. It is my mission as Minister of Health and Social Development to mobilize all available resources, internal and external, to the ministry and within the legal parameters of my office to secure the well-being of everyone. Mr. Speaker, it will be the philosophy of this ministry to collaborate and engage with all who are genuinely committed to building the healthcare delivery system. I have full confidence in the talent that resides or resides in our civil service. They must not be frustrated. Proper standards and due process must be clearly established. As minister, I aspire to support our public servants in rechanneling their passion of service to the sick and the downtrodden, service to people. Nonprofit organizations played a critical role in our recovery process. They are partners in the delivery of social outreach and support programs. By embracing each other, we can ensure maximum results from our collective efforts. The private sector also has critical roles to play by being socially responsible, and by partnering with them, they will provide expertise to boost capacity for delivery of government's strategic national goals. Let me end, Mr. Speaker, by saying again what an honor it is to have this opportunity to serve the people of the Virgin Islands in this honorable house. And as Minister for Health and Social Development, I must work with all ministries, and I must work to make sure, as charged by the leader of the opposition, that with so many members hailing from the east, that they talked about, the dreaded sewage project would be completed. That I undertake, but also it has to be completed in Rotown, and in Virgin Gorda, and in Jocelyn Dyke, and in Anegada, and throughout the entire territory. And as the member from the 3rd have said, the water problems in the 3rd is also the water problem that exists throughout the territory, and especially to farmers. So I know that when the Minister of Agriculture get up, he would speak about providing constant water to farmers. But we must end by saying, may God bless this honorable house. May God bless these Virgin Islands. And I thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister for Health and Social Development.